Tesla is finally making good on a promise it made more than 2 years ago. The electric car maker is rolling out its new, less expensive Model 3 with a $35,000 starting price and a lot fewer standard features. Now, to help lower the price, Tesla plans to close its showrooms and is switching to an online-only sales model. CEO Elon Musk, in a memo to employees, called it a, quote, significant milestone, but he told analysts Tesla does not expect to be profitable this quarter. I'm joined now by Yahoo Finance's Rick Newman. Hey, Rick, I was looking at a one-year chart of this stock earlier, and I mean, it just shows, it illustrates the roller coaster ride that investors have been on. Right now, the stock is down more than 5%. Why don't they like this idea?
Well, you're cutting your costs, which means less revenue coming in per unit. Now, the question is, you're cutting your price, which means less revenue. So the question is, are you also cutting costs enough to justify the cut in the price? Elon Musk says yes. He's basically saying that they have got the cost of the battery, which is the most expensive part of an electric vehicle. They've found ways to get that cost down. But look, Elon Musk has a long, colorful history of exaggerating developments at the company and the technological glide path they're on. So we're not going to know until we see some of the numbers. And he's already said not profitable in the first quarter because of one-time charges that would probably include the closing of these showrooms and some other things.
And job cuts. We just don't know how many.
And job cuts, probably a couple thousand associated with those showrooms going away. Tesla employs, I think, around 48,000 people. So that would be meaningful. But the street just doesn't know what to make of this right now. So, you know, cutting jobs also is a cost reduction, which sometimes is something that sends the stock up because your costs go down. But on the whole, the market seems to think that this is slightly going to worsen Tesla's financial position. But we'll see. A lot can change.
And a lot of companies, though, when you say we're closing stores or showrooms, dealerships and jobs, it means profits will get better. But he's already saying, wait a minute, we're not going to be profitable this quarter. Are you worried about that? Is that what the street's worried about?
I think so. And there's just a lot that's unproven here. So I think Elon Musk, I think what he's doing with regard to the stores is very interesting. And he is right about this sort of antiquated model of the dealership. I mean, dealerships in most states are essentially politically protected, and they're not the most innovative or way to sell cars or the best deal for customers necessarily. But dealership groups are very powerful, and they've basically been able to keep those franchise laws in place in state, which it kind of prevents new ways. I mean, there is no Amazon of cars, and there's a reason for that, which is that these franchise laws basically prevent that kind of innovation. So Elon Musk has fought that from the beginning, and he's trying to find new ways now. So, you know, one of the unknowns here is if customers cannot go to a showroom and look at the car, are they still going to want to buy the car in the quantities that you're trying to sell it to them? And so one interesting thing here is if you take delivery of a car without a test drive, you can bring it back within a week. But you've got to pay for it first. So that's basically like putting a $35,000 deposit down in order to test drive a car. That is not something a lot of consumers are likely to do.
Yeah, I mean, if there was a way that they could get you the car and you can test it out without having to put down that much money, maybe. But who knows? He may tweak this.
Yeah, so the way you might do that, though, is you would have to sort of personally deliver the car to the driver, or you have to, I mean, this is the reason a showroom makes sense. Because it's a centralized place where you can go and do all these things. And by the way, another important thing is service. I mean, Teslas need service just like every other car. Something goes wrong, you need to be able to, not everything can be zapped over the internet. So you need places to do that too. That's another purpose a showroom serves, that yet another way they have to backfill for their customers.
Lots of things to